Hello, everyone. Welcome to another interesting episode of our Power Platform series. In the last class, we talked about how you can create your first Power Apps application, within a few minutes. And we saw how we were able to create a SharePoint list and create our Power Apps directly from that SharePoint list just within a couple of minutes. So today we'll go a step further from there. We'll then customize our Power Apps application, which we created in the last class. Customize the design. We'll see how we can, make it look more beautiful, how we can customize the functions, how we can, achieve much more than what we currently have there. So let's get right into it. Okay, so in the last class, we created this particular application, which we can see here. We were able to, preview this, add our fields and submit, right? Which was created, directly from this SharePoint list. And we went to integrate Power Apps and created our app, and we gave it a name, and it automatically generated this application for us. So from this application, you can add a new record, you can view an existing record, you can delete, and you can edit an existing record as well. So these are the things you can do currently with this, but how can we even customize it further to make it look more attractive, to make it much more functional than what we currently have? So that's what we are going to be talking about today. Right now, what we have here, if we look at this side, we have three screens, and like I mentioned, this is the Power App Studio where you can customize your app, right? So here now we have this particular screen here. We have browse screen, we have detail screen, we have edit screen, right? These are the three different default screens that we have on this form right now. Here now, what I'll do first of all is to create a new screen. So to create a new screen, at the top left here, I can see new screen and I can see different types of screen. So we'll select a blank screen, which we can see here. We can see that we now have an additional screen called screen one, which is currently blank. We can go ahead and insert any other control that we want here. Just like Power is more or less like combination of Excel and PowerPoint. If you are familiar with PowerPoint, you can always you can see all of these kind of functions where you can insert your buttons, insert text, insert a lot of things on PowerPoint. Same as Excel. So the reason I also say is combination of Excel is because we'll also be seeing some formulas that looks like Excel formulas right here, right? So as we go ahead, we'll understand better. So now we've created our new screen. The next thing we want to do is to say, okay, let's say we want to make this screen the home screen, right? When you are coming to your screen for the first time, this is the landing screen you want people to see. So we can do that directly from here. So before we do that, I'll just do a few introduction to some of the controls that we have here so we can have a better understanding. So we can see that we have a label, we have buttons. So if I insert a label now, I can see I can insert and drag and drop wherever I want it to be. I can, go to this home now, increase the font size or reduce it. I can make it bold, just like you are customizing, on Microsoft Word or Excel or, or PowerPoint. You can centralize it. I can change the text that I have there. So this particular drop down is called property. So each control that I insert, so for example, this label is a control. I can select this option and see different properties, that I have as regards this particular one. So the property I want to change now is the text. I can change this to say welcome, right? So a lot of other things I can modify as well. Do I want to underline it? Do I want to make it visible or not? Do I want there are a lot of other things. The color, I want to change the color to something else. I can do that even from here. I want to change it to say maybe red, and you can see that it's automatically changing. I want to make it bold, which I already did. I want to increase the font. I want to change the fill, which is like the background color. I want to change it to something else. So you can see that all of this now is already, it's just a matter of click, 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 and we are having our design. We can also insert a button. So button is majorly for, while label is just for you to display text, our buttons are for taking actions. So you want to people to click a particular button to take an action, you can put a button just like we have here. And there's you can see that it also has its own set of properties. So one of the properties that you use most is the onSelect. The onSelect is for when I click on this button, what should happen, right? So we'll also see much more on that. Then we have different types of control. You can see label here. We have text input. So text input is for you to enter text. So if I preview this now, I can give people option to enter whatever they need to type in. So that's for text input. Which other one will you have? We have HTML text. You can write some HTML. You want to customize it. We have rich text editor. That also gives you ability to do a bit of formatting, right? So you can see that we have here, I can type in something and I can bold it inside here. I can change the font size. I can underline, a lot of other things that I can do using the rich text as well. Which other one do we have? Okay, pen input as well. Maybe you want people to kind of scribble something like that. You can see this, the way it works. You can clear it, you can change the color as well, right? So a lot of other things that you can achieve from here. So let me delete all this. So input as well. So we already see button, text input. Then we have drop down. So drop down as well is you can see the option where you can have different options to select from. We also have combo box, which is also similar to a drop down, but it gives you the ability to search. So you can see I can type for a particular item that I want to search for 10, for example. So that's what combo box are used for as well. Which other one? So date picker as well. Say you want people to select a particular date, they can pick from a calendar here and select the date they want to select. So there are a lot of other ones as well, check boxes, toggle buttons, just trying to introduce us so we are familiar with a lot of these controls. So we want to turn off or select people to say yes or no to check. We also have check boxes as well, where you can have different options and people can check or uncheck as well. So we have a slider, we have rating, say you want to rate like a 5-star or something. So a lot of them like that, right? We also have so let me remove all of this for now. We also have a gallery. So gallery are used for displaying um items from a particular data source. It could be a collection, it could be from your SharePoint list. So if we go back to this our first screen, here now we have a gallery. As you can see, browse gallery one. So this is a gallery that can display items from our list. So you can display multiple items based on the filter and conditions and all of that you put. So let me add a new record here. So we'll see. So let's say Miss Jane Doe was born, let's say December 2010, right? And she's 11 years. She lives in Lagos. She's a female and she's single. And I submit, right? Once I submit, you can see that I have this record here as well. So this is displaying all the records that I have currently on my list, and I can search by a particular parameter, let's say Miss, right, or Mr. So we'll see how we can still customize this further to search by the name. Yes, so let's go back to our screen here. So we can see that so that's what gallery basically helps you to do. Picks multiple items from a particular data source. When we have different ones, vertical, horizontal, we'll see how all of that works as well. Data table as well allows you to connect to a particular data source and pick items and display them in form of a table. So right now I've selected my lists, and it's going to display what I have there in form of a table where we have like rows and columns, just similar to what we have on our SharePoint list. Another one we'll be using very well is the form. So we have display and edit form. Display is when you want to just display a particular form, while edit is used for you want to create or you want to submit edit an existing item. So if I go here now, I can select the data source I want, which is our biodata list, and it will bring me all of the fields that I have on my SharePoint list. So from there I can fill a form. You can see what we have here now. So let me change this to new form, right? So if I preview this, I can see title, first name, last name. So all of the fields that I already have on my list, I can see them coming up here. So that is similar to what we currently have on this our edit screen. We have the title, name, and we can fill all of the fields and submit. So that's what forms help you to do. So we can see that this also has populated our data table, where we can see all of the columns and the fields that we have here, right? And we can expand it to see further and all of that. So I think those are the major controls that we are also going to be using as time goes on, right? We'll see a lot of other ones that we can use. Okay, so let me we also have media here, so image, camera, barcode scanner, video. So you can all see all of this as well. Those are other controls that we have as well. You can also insert charts from Power BI, Power Charts, and we also have series of icons here, right? So we can see all of the icons that you might want to use in design of your app and all of that. Yes, I think those are the major ones that we should focus on for now. So let me just quickly delete this and this. Okay, so yeah, so we can then customize this further. We can as well we can select the screen and change the fill color. Say we want to change it to a different background, right? So let's say we want to change it to red or something like this, right? It's very, very customizable and very easy, as you can see. So let's change the fill here back to transparent, and maybe change the color here to say white, right? Okay, we can as well change the entire theme. So from here now we can see that it's currently on blue. We want to change it to red or this, or we have a couple of them that we have here as well. So let's say I want to change this to say red. It should change the entire theme of the of the app, as you can see from here. Yeah, so don't mind my color combinations for now. So welcome. Okay, so another thing we can do, so let's start with some formulas now. So we call it low code, no code. So we'll do some quick low code here now. So I wanted to maybe say welcome, then my name. So the name of the user that is logged in, I want to show the person's name. So we already have welcome here. Then we can use the and sign. So and sign helps us to combine or concatenate two texts together. So there's a particular formula on PowerApps. It's called user. So I'll put user, open bracket, close bracket, then dots. So I can pick the email of the person, the image of the person, or the full name. So what I want to pick here is the full name, right? So once I put this, it will put the name of the person and say whatever name the person is, the name of the account, as you can see from here, is the name of this one. So this is the one we are using, right? Then the next thing we want to do is, so for us to make it the first screen, we might just need to move it up to the first one, so that automatically to pick this as the first screen it navigates to. Then you can now say, okay, from this place we want it to now bring us to this particular screen. To do that, we'll just put a simple function on our on select of our button and say navigate, right? Navigate. Then which screen do we want to navigate to? So browse screen 1. So if we go here to preview our app, right, preview, you'll see that it's bringing us here. So you can see how easy it is to just navigate from one screen or the other to the other. So we can change this button to say login or something like that. We can as well okay, so let's just change this fill color to something else. Say this, yeah. Okay, we can change this color here as well to this. Okay, so we can say, okay, since this is a bio data, we can add an image that speaks to that. So we can insert an icon, or you can even upload an image directly from your app. So I have an image downloaded already, which I'm just going to add here. So if I go here, I can go to insert, select media, select image, then I have image here. So which image do I want it to show? Because I've added this image on this app already, I can just select the bio data. So here now we'll see that our app is taking some shape, right? Yes, so we have this, and let's preview our app again. We say login, so it takes us here. So let me just quickly explain some of the functions that we have here. So we'll see that this also is telling us on the plus icon. You see that when we click on it, it takes us to the form to create a new record. So we can see that it's saying new form, edit form, which is the name of this form that we have here. That is, populate a new form for us, then navigate to this edit screen 1, right? So transition as well, which is optional. We want it to have a particular transition, so it's currently none. We'll also see the different ones that we have. Let's say cover or cover right or fade. So if I say cover now, let's put it again and we'll see how it navigates. So we see that it has a kind of transition that does a lot more like a cover to that side. Then this our gallery as well. We also have it saying it should sort by column, then filter our data. All of this might not make much sense for now, but uh, that's what it's trying to do, is to sort this our list by column and check when the title starts with this. Whatever I enter, this my search box, which is text search box 1, and it will sort it by this particular column, which is title. Then we have this to decide whether it will sort descending or ascending. So there's an option here as well to say if you want it to sort descending or not. So this also might not make much sense for now, but if you can see that once I change it, it changes the way it's sorting it. Then we have this one that refreshes our data source in case there has been any other addition, maybe while I'm using the app, can refresh and bring me the new details. So we also have this details screen here that shows us our form, this details form, and then we can see that the item is the name of the gallery that's selected, which means this gallery, which means any item I select on this my browse gallery 1, then show me the details from that selected item. So if I go back here now and I select Mr. John, you see that it's showing me the details of Mr. John, right? If I go back and select Miss Jane, it's showing me the record of Miss Jane. So which means any item I select is the one that will be displayed on my form here, right? And we also have this option to delete, to remove it, and the ones to edit it, and click on edit, and then it takes you to this screen. And as I explained earlier, this is a form, and we have this option to say submit form. So when you submit the form, that's when it submits to the list, our SharePoint list. Then this one, just takes you back to the screen you are coming from, right? So I think that's basically what we have here. So we can see now that it's very easy for us to quickly customize our app and then and make it look much more beautiful. I'm sure you can all do much more design with what I've explained. This is just to give us an idea of what we can achieve with this. So always remember to also save your app. So when you save your app, of course it saves it all your changes. Then publish now means, okay, you are done with all the changes you want to make, and you want it to be visible to everybody. So if you don't want it visible yet, maybe you are still having some issues, or you are still making some changes that you don't want to go live yet, you can just save and not publish. So once you are done with it, you can just publish, so every other person in the organization can see all of the changes you've made on the app. So that is it. And then what again? So I think that's basically how to customize your app. So I hope this has helped a bit in helping us understand further how we can customize our apps, and also understand the Power App Studio environment much further. So we've talked about the controls, we've talked about how you can customize it and all of that. So I hope this helps. Thank you very much for listening. See you in the next class. Bye for now.